maybe this is you. Your cardio is really bad. When you're at the gym, you're like, hey, I'm gonna go on this bike or this treadmill. I'm gonna start running, and I'm gonna like stare at these gray cement walls and listen to music or watch some like garbage drama you don't even care about. There is a much better way to improve your cardio if that's what you're interested in. So some people, they actually really like running. That's definitely a personal opinion. I don't think I know too many people who actually like running. You know what? Good for you. If that's your hobby, that's your thing, it works, just do it, right? If you're like, oh, this is so boring, there must be a better way to do this. Look no further than the jump rope. I'm not gonna give you a cheap way. This video isn't like, oh, you should never do cardio again, and you should just rely on not doing cardio and be useless and hope you don't die early. Like, obviously cardio is important, right? Your heart is a muscle. It's important. Just train it. But skipping rope, I think, is kind of the best way for almost everyone who wants to do cardio but doesn't know what to do. But first, let's start with some context. So for me, I've only been skipping rope for some months now. It's ever since I started boxing. But even if I wasn't boxing, like if I ever stop boxing, I realize I'm going to keep skipping rope. Like, I have no reason not to. There's so many good reasons for me to skip rope rather than running on a treadmill. Okay, so let's talk about them. So there's the obvious things, like it'll improve your cardio, it's healthy, whatever, right? Everyone knows that, like, if you do some exercise, it's probably good for you, right? But the reason that it's way more awesome than every other form of cardio is because it's just really fun. When you do it, you're learning tricks, right? You have to do some tricks. So at first you'll start with just bouncing in place. You'll probably suck at it. You'll probably be terrible. You'll probably jump like 3 feet into the air. Probably jump like a whole foot into the air. And then slowly you'll try to optimize it. You'll go like only one inch off the ground. That's pretty reasonable. And then you're like, oh, this is pretty fun. But you're like, oh, well, maybe I could learn some new tricks. I saw some guy online, some TikToker, he's like, wow, check out my awesome jump rope tricks. And so you try some new tricks. You learn your crosses, your steps, your shuffles, whatever, right? It's difficult, but over time you really improve, and you found that's actually really fun. And that's probably the biggest thing, is that, like, it's just really fun. Like, you'll be doing it, and then you'll keep doing it, and you'll be like, oh, where did all the time go? And that's why I like to call it the doom scrolling of exercise. So, like, the idea of doom scrolling is that you're like, oh, just one more video, I'll just do one more, and then you just keep going on forever, and then it never ends. And what if you could doom scroll, but for exercise? And that's what I say that jump rope is really, really good for. It's because when you jump rope, you will always just have the opportunity to just do one more skip. But again, this all kind of relies on the premise that you think that running and biking are boring, because some people don't think they're boring. Like, even running outside. Like, I guess sometimes if you live in a beautiful city, it's quite nice, but I can respect people who are like top athletes in a sport where they run, right? If you're a sprinter or a long distance runner, good on you. That stuff's hard, and I have to give you credit. But if your goal is just to be healthy, maybe like, skip rope a bit, like have a bit of fun while you're getting healthy. But let's go a little bit more specific into like the health benefits. So apparently it has a very similar amount of calorie burn to running. I've never concerned myself with this, but if that's something that concerns you, it's like the amount of time you spend on running and skipping rope, it's pretty similar apparently. I don't know the exact numbers, but the more reasonable thing is that, humans were kind of meant to jump, right? All I'm saying is that as a society, we probably wouldn't survive. We wouldn't have made it through like ancient times if we couldn't jump, because like that would just be so dysfunctional. The first time you do it, maybe you'll skip rope for like 10 minutes, and then you'll come back and be like, wow, I am so sore. Like the next morning, you'll feel your legs and be like, oh, like I'm sore. It gets better. And my last reason before I end this video is that it is really time efficient. Same with running, I guess. But the thing is with running is that it's boring. So this is why, like, it has this similar trait to running in the sense that it's really time efficient, but aside from that, running is boring. So the thing is, you could just do like 10 minutes of skipping rope. You pause as much as you need to in the beginning, because you might find it hard to like optimize your skips, like learning to jump really, really low and then remaining bouncy. And alternatively, you could actually find it hard to only do 10 minutes. That's how I was, because I started it and it was like 10 minutes past, and I was like, wait, it was only 10 minutes? Like, I want to keep doing this. Like, why would I go home? Why would I do something else? Like, I just want to keep skipping rope. So I did it for like 20 minutes, an hour. I think my longest one was like an hour and a half. And my feet were cooked the next day. But my point is that it's really fun. It's addictive, right? You'll want to do it more, because you can just learn so many cool things. Okay, remember that self-improvement is not sacrifice,